Welcome to Big Flick Energy.
With the recent release of No Way Home and the Hawkeye TV show coming to an end very soon, I wanted to wait for more people to watch No Way Home and for Hawkeye to end to make a video about the Marvel franchise again. Instead, I'm making my first video solely on Star Wars, something I've wanted to do since before this channel even started. I can still remember two of my earliest theories before this channel were that Rey was a Palpatine and Snoke was Mace Windu. While one of the two were correct, both are now outdated. But recently, Star Wars revealed to us a trailer of a new video game called Star Wars Eclipse. And let me just say, this trailer looks incredible. I understand it's meant to be a cinematic trailer, and this isn't the gameplay, but just everything from the studio behind it, it reportedly being open world and us having say in how the story changes, having multiple playable characters, being during the High Republic era, and just so much more. This game looks like it has an opportunity to be fantastic. Another feature that makes it look incredible is how different it feels. We know we'll see the Jedi and we'll have starships fighting, but the main difference comes in the antagonists that come in the form of Voldemort.
We do not speak his name.
These characters have a very unique design and honestly don't look like any species we've seen thus far in Star Wars lore. However, there is one group these aliens could be, the Yuuzhan Vong. For some background on who the Yuuzhan Vong are, here's an excerpt from Wikipedia on the species. The Yuuzhan Vong, also called the Chosen Race, were a nomadic extragalactic sentient species that nearly destroyed the New Republic and were responsible for the deaths of nearly 300 trillion sentient beings during their invasion of the galaxy. The Yuuzhan Vong War, also known as the Great War by the Yuuzhan Vong, was a near-apocalyptic war which arose when the Yuuzhan Vong, a nomadic warlike species which had long ago fled the destruction of its own galaxy, invaded the galaxy. After several decades of preparation, scouting, and provocations, the Yuuzhan Vong entered the galaxy at a point codenamed Vector Prime and swiftly conquered much of the Outer Rim. So outside of the Old Republic, this is one of the top things Star Wars diehard fans have wanted to be brought into canon ever since Disney separated Star Wars Legends from Star Wars canon. So this game is the perfect opportunity to introduce the Yuuzhan Vong. While they appear in Legends in the New Republic era, which is after the Empire has fallen, the game takes place in the High Republic era, where the Jedi are thriving and nobody even knows who Darth Vader or Emperor Palpatine are yet. While a clear difference, as mentioned before, Legends isn't canon, and the stories can still be altered to fit what Star Wars wants to do in the future. Given the size of the Yuuzhan Vong War, this is a project that will never be done in a TV show, and if it is a film, it would have to be a trilogy, which takes away from it potentially being the film Taika Waititi is working on, which is meant to be a singular project, and there are not too many other films we know of today this project would work for. However, a video game would be the perfect environment to bring these characters into canon, given how large scale a video game can truly be, and how it can introduce new types of characters unlike films, which are much more often kept in a pocket, especially with Kathleen Kennedy at the helm.
You know something? You suck.
We also have to remember what comes after the High Republic era, a time where there are still Jedi and no Sith, until Palpatine of course, but an unknown event occurred which made this prosperous Jedi Order, with more than thousands, slowly die down into a lesser order with less than hundreds. This could be a reworked Yuuzhan Vong War during the High Republic era. Given it resulted in the death of 300 trillion in Legends, it depleting the Jedi Order definitely seems like a likely outcome by switching the eras around. Now, why do I believe these Voldemort-looking drummers are the Yuuzhan Vong? Well, there are actually a lot of similarities. For one, they do look similar. We must remember the Yuuzhan Vong are known for wearing a heavily plated and sharpened armor, which gives them a slightly different appearance to the Voldemort since they are shirtless in the trailer. But in terms of similarities, both have gray skin, both have similar head shapes while having a pattern on their scalps, both are typically bald, both are noseless creatures, and both have randomized geographic tattoos spread throughout their bodies. By adding in the armor to the Voldemorts, it would look quite similar to the Yuuzhan Vong. One clear difference is how aggressive and battle-torn the Yuuzhan Vong look versus the Voldemort. But we must remember Lucasfilm is owned by Disney, and while introducing the Yuuzhan Vong, an overly aggressive species as the main antagonist, which looks straight out of a horror or rated M game, is already a risk for them, it would make sense for the species to receive a redesign that keeps the basics the same, but makes them look less like a dead corpse, giving them a much more minimalistic design from Legends. We also have yet to see the face of the character that came out of the black pool, which I'm assuming is the Voldemort's leader, which could look more similar to the Legends version of the Yuuzhan Vong. Also, the Yuuzhan Vong are known to have jet black blood. So imagine if the pool the leader came out of was literally the blood of other Yuuzhan Vong as part of a ritual summoning.
You're so dark! The Jaina from the DC universe!
Another major similarity between the two is how it seems the Voldemorts, same as the Yuuzhan Vong, are a species that have not attacked because it hasn't been the right time. As previously mentioned, after several decades of preparations, scouting and provocations, the Yuuzhan Vong entered the galaxy at a point codenamed Vector Prime. In the Star Wars Eclipse trailer, it appears as if the character to come out of the black pool arose due to the eclipse, and that this is what the species has been waiting for. They've been preparing for this moment, and it's finally here. While one moment is more of a tactical waiting and the other is more of a ritual waiting, this can once again be another change between Legends and canon, which Star Wars has done a lot of with the sequels and would not refrain from doing again. So I'm really excited to see what Star Wars Eclipse has in store for us, because it truly does look incredible, and if the main antagonists are the Yuuzhan Vong, like I'm saying they are, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
Because that would be so cool to take them on as a Jedi, especially since the Jedi can't sense the Yuuzhan Vong, unlike other species, so it will be a difficult matchup for the Jedi. Since we're not going to get the Sith in this game, most likely, we'll probably need another matchup for these Jedi that would kind of balance the grounds. So it's not going to be an obvious win for the Jedi. And I truly feel like going against the Yuuzhan Vong could create that environment for us in this game. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and hit the bell notification for updates on more of my videos. And see you next time on Big Flick Energy.